Do you believe a person could change just 12 small habits in their daily life and a decade later walk from empty hands into a treasury of wealth? Not luck, not a lottery win, but the kind of wealth that blossoms from every quiet, deliberate choice repeated day after day. The poor often believe they must take some grand, dramatic action to change their lives. The wealthy know otherwise. True fortune is not a single leap, but thousands of small steps taken with intention. The tragedy is that most people ignore these steps, dismissing them as too small to matter. Yet there are habits that may seem at first to have nothing to do with money, that quietly bend the arc of your destiny. Here are 12 timeless habits the ancients practiced to build fortunes that endured for generations. Habits that, if embraced over the next decade, will leave your future self profoundly grateful for the choices you make today. Before we begin, ask yourself, in the past few years, what habits have been quietly pushing money away from me, and where am I willing to start changing? Hold that question in your mind, and let's begin. The ancients had a saying, "Wealth that comes slowly will stay. Wealth that comes quickly will scatter." It sounds simple, but behind it is an entire way of life. True wealth doesn't come from a single windfall or a lucky break. It comes from a long process of accumulation, and that process is built on habit. Place one small stone in the right spot every day, and in a year, you have a wall. Place hundreds of stones in random places, and you have nothing. The poor often see only the moment someone else becomes rich. They forget that behind that moment are thousands of quiet days, lived by the right habits. In the old days, there was a merchant in Hoi An who started with a tiny fabric shop. He never spoke about getting rich quick. He only focused on one thing: every day trade honestly. Every day cut one unnecessary expense. Every day put one more coin aside. 30 years later, the whole town knew him as the richest man in the street, but no one could remember the exact moment he became rich, because in truth, he got rich gradually, day by day, habit by habit. And today, we begin with habit number 1, the habit that will become the foundation of all the others. Think of each habit as a small spring. At first, it's just a few drops of water, but let it flow long enough and it becomes a river, one that can nourish an entire field. Habit number 1, save before you spend. Everyone's heard it, almost no one does it. In our modern world, most people wait until they've paid all the bills, spent on the things they need, and then try to save whatever's left. The ancients did the opposite. The moment income came into their hands, they set aside a portion first, untouchable, before thinking about spending. Why? Because if you spend first and try to save what's left, you're letting your emotions lead. And emotions always want more than reason allows. But if you save first, you force yourself to live within the rest, and in doing so, you build discipline, the very trait all wealthy people share. In the old trading families of the ancient streets, they never let money pass through their hands without first keeping some aside. They treated that portion like the seed from a harvest. No one eats the seed, you eat the fruit, but the seed must go into the soil. Lose the seed, and you lose next season's harvest. Today, we live the other way around. We eat the fruit, we eat the seed, and then wonder why the tree never grows again. Look deeper, and you'll see this isn't just about money. It's about guarding your life energy. The ancients compared money to chi, your vital breath. If your chi runs out, so will your fortune. Saving before you spend is like preserving your chi, keeping your life force strong so that when storms come, you still stand. It's like planting a tree. At first, it's fragile, but once its roots are deep, no wind can topple it. It's like building a dam before the flood. You prepare before the waters rise. Modern science now proves what the ancients knew. Willpower is weak. 2 forces will sabotage your savings: fear of not having enough and the urge to enjoy it all now. Miss the moment to set money aside, and your mind will find 100 good reasons to spend it. I once knew two people who started working the same year. One earned 6 times more, but bought luxury cars, ate in fine restaurants, and fell deep into debt. The other earned modestly but saved first, every single month. 10 years later, the high earner was borrowing money, and the modest earner owned his home outright and had capital to invest. Here's how it works today. Let's say you earn $7,000 a month. Save 20% first, that's $1,400, before you touch a single bill. In 1 year, $16,800. In 10 years, $168,000. Invest it at just 5%, and you're looking at more than $215,000, all from one habit. If your income is higher or lower, the math works the same. The magic is in the percentage, not the amount.
An old story tells of a farmer who set aside the best rice seeds from every harvest. Selling them would buy him a feast for one night, but planting them fed his family for a lifetime. Your savings are those seeds. Protect them, and they will feed your future. Skip this habit for a decade, and you could miss out on 6 figures of wealth. Practice it, and you'll never fear the end of the month again. Do you see? This isn't a trick for the rich. It's a shield for anyone who wants to stay standing when life's storms hit. So tell me, what percentage will you plant in your Freedom Fund this month? Comment below. Your answer might inspire someone else to start. And if you found value here, hit like, share this with a friend, and subscribe, because next we're going into habit number 2, and it's a game changer.